In this demo, we are going to take a look at the relaxAI API and how to get started with it. relaxAI is a cutting-edge AI assistant prioritizing privacy and security above all else. So you can relax knowing your data remains strictly confidential and protected. The relaxAI API has one-on-one compatibility with the OpenAI API, allowing seamless integration using standard HTTP requests. Developers can interact with the relaxAI API via raw HTTP API requests or by leveraging OpenAI's official Python bindings and the Node.js library. Let me show you an example of how to get started with the relaxAI API using Python. The first thing you need is the relaxAI API key. So here is my relaxAI dashboard. I'm going to click on my name, go to settings, click security, and here you can create API keys. I already have one called demo. I'm going to create another one for this demo's purpose. I'm going to call this one test, and I'm going to say create API key. It's only going to be visible once for security reasons, so just copy it and you're good. Here you can see now I have two API keys. Next thing is you need to connect your API key in your code sample. Let's say I'm using Python, so I have saved the relax API key using this name as an environment variable. So in the .env file in Python. So here you can see it's available. The next thing I want you to note is that the base URL has to be api.relax.ai/v1. This is a mandatory requirement. So it's loading the environment variable and assigning the API key. This is the base URL where we are going to make the requests, and that's it. This code sample, if you've already worked with the OpenAI API, is exactly the similar. You can play around with that, whatever your use case is. Only change you have to make is the base URL and the relaxAI API key. Rest everything else can remain the same. Here you can see that I've also added the model that relaxAI supports. Now I can just give it some content, something like give me information about climate change. Here I've added maximum tokens as 100. If you want a longer answer, you can increase this number. Let's see what response we get. So we have gotten a response, but it does not look pretty. Did we get a message? Our reply, the content is here. So as you can see, we're getting climate change refers to the long-term warming of the planet due to the increase in average global temperatures, so on and so forth. So we need to get this data. How do we get this data? We want choices. So this is an object and we need choices. So we can say response dot choices, and choices is a list, so I need the first one, the first item in the list, so that would be 0, and inside that we have content and that has a message. So inside that we have a message actually, and inside that message we have our content. So let me just show you this for example. That would make more sense. Here you can see inside this object we have the message, so I can just say dot message, run it again. So now we have this another object, and now we need the content only, so I can say dot content. So here I'm getting my answer, as you can see, right? If I increase this to, let's say 500, I will get a longer answer. So as you can see, I've gotten a longer answer. Mainly what I wanted to show you is you don't have to change much, just the API key and the base URL, and you can get started with the relaxAI if you're already using the OpenAI libraries. You can also check out the relaxAI API documentation. Here we have tutorials for a lot of integrations. As you can see, Llama Index, LangChain, Void, OpenHands, Replit, Shapes, Chatbot Kit, so on and so forth. So that was a quick demo of how to get started with the relaxAI API. We'll leave the links to the resources in the description below. Thanks for watching.